So, hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be giving the reading for you today. It is a general message, so take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. If it doesn't, don't force it to fit. There are plenty of other wonderful readers on YouTube that just might resonate more with you at this time. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I do use profanity. I talk about adult things. I don't sugarcoat my messages. So if that is not your thing, or you have kids around, or you just don't appreciate that kind of a reading, I'm always very respectful about I'm giving you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, Sag, we are going to be getting into your April forecast, and I do apologize for the delay. We are about halfway through the month already. But I was dealing with some health issues at the beginning, and now I am back and in tip-top shape, so hey. We are here. I'm going to be doing the reading in a very specific way for that reason, though. So we're going to be doing first half of the month, what was going on, so that you kind of understand in hindsight where you were, what you were dealing with, and second half of the month, so you know what's coming up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from my Sacred Rebel Oracle deck, and kind of connect the transition between the first half and the second half with some guidance and best advice on how to move forward coming out of that first half and into the second. All right, so for my Sagittariuses and Sagittarian energy, if you have strong Sag placements in your chart, for Sagittarius and Sagittarian energy, what is going on? Spirit, please, with Sag and Sagittarian energy for April. What is going on with Sagittarius and Sagittarian energy for the month of April? What is going on? First half and clarifiers, second half and clarifiers. All right, so we do have the King of Swords on the top of the deck and the Sun on the bottom, both of them in the back face. So Sag, with this energy, I think you're seeing the authentic path that someone else isn't seeing. I think and feel and sense that you're looking at the storm coming. I think you already know. Sagittarius is known as the prophet. They are a foresight kind of sign where they see things that are coming. I think you're seeing the storm coming towards you, or another, or both of you, and I feel like it's this wall in the authentic path, and it's a matter of an inner child, whether it's you or somebody else, not getting on the fucking horse and riding it out, and facing the storm. I think someone with these energies, someone might be making excuses. That's a burden. You know what I mean? That's a burden. Whatever the energy is, someone is holding on to a burden that's not necessary. And I think you know what that manifests, right? I think you know what that manifests. I think you know that, because I'm being drawn to the sickle here. I think you know something needs to be cut off or cut out, and it's not being cut off or cut out, which is why you sense and see the storm coming, and you know that the divine is going to rip the rug out from under it, or tear it apart, or blow it to smithereens because it's in the way. This is the sun, this is the authentic path, and it's in the way of it. So whatever it is, if you can't physically change it because you are only in control of yourself, the divine is kind of stepping in to do that. And so it's almost like you're anticipating the storm. Somebody else might not see the storm. Somebody else might sense it and be in complete denial of the storm. But you're not. You know the storm is coming. Should that block wall persist, and the divine, by universal law, is going to come in and remove it remove it. Someone's guardedness. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune under that, and the Three of Swords under that, and the Justice card under that, and the Empress under that. You know, so this is about someone not understanding the truth behind pain in the heart, knowing the benefits of it in order to create divine balance and birth new realities. Okay, someone doesn't understand the importance of turns of fate, that they can't control everything, and they can try and make it however they want to make it, or see it however they want to see it. But if it's not divine and it's not their destiny to face it, the divine it has no patience. It's gonna blast it out. So first half of the month, we have the Two of Wands with the Magician, and the Queen of Cups with the Six of Cups. So Two of Wands, Magician. I think this is a moment where you were looking at the threshold. Should I stay or should I go? And if it's almost like this Two of Wands, if you flip it around, they're kind of looking at the same scene almost. Like they're both looking at this new dawn. You know, the Magician is holding up this, you know, dual flame, twin flame candle. You know, he's holding the light of the sun there. And I feel that's what you've done. I think, Sag, you might have taken a leap of faith moving forward on a new dawn with something, and particularly a very long-term soulmate, someone you have a lot of love for, someone who's, you know, your emotions for them go really deep, and vice versa. I'm feeling as if you couldn't necessarily let them go if you tried. I'm just feeling this honoring and cherishing, right? Honoring and cherishing energy with this Queen of Cups is kind of what I'm pulling off of her. Like you have that cup of love for them and no one else. This is a very deep connection, and I think you've manifested that new beginning with them. With all of that said, the second half gets a little dark. You can see the shift in the colors, right? You can even see the shift in the colors of the card. We go from bright and light to very dark and cloudy. Okay, very dark and cloudy. The second half of the month, I think you're communicating with that truth, that heart truth, that someone might not be willing to face it, about maybe something not being rewarding, right? Because you want this emotional fulfillment, you want this wish come true, but you're not actually seeing the results. And I think it's the heartfelt truth. I think your money or your prosperity might be held up because of whatever it is that needs to be communicated through the fog here. Because this, I feel like all these clouds are representing someone's mental state, but I don't necessarily feel like it's yours. You might be dealing with an air sign, possibly a Libra with the Queen of Swords. Plus, we also had the Justice card under there, or someone with strong Libra in their chart, possibly someone with strong Aquarius in their chart with the King of Swords here. Dealing with an air sign. I do feel as if this is your wish fulfilled, and you're coming in with the cornucopia, right? This heart space that's never ending. It's almost like the same kind of energy where there's this honoring and cherishing, this overflow of love energy for whoever it is that you're dealing with. But I feel like the communication, whatever the communication is with the Knight of Swords, is kind of being met with resistance or clouded thoughts. It's someone who doesn't see clearly. They don't see the way you do, right? Because I feel like this is the epitome of your energy in this reading. You wanted to manifest the new dawn. The new dawn manifested. You have a lot of love outpouring. I don't necessarily think someone is of the same headspace as you or the same awareness as you when it comes to manifesting. And they've got to clear out the storm. They've got to clear out that energy. They could also have strong water in their chart. But it's a big deal. So whatever it is that needs to be communicated, please understand that someone is not necessarily receptive. All right, someone is not necessarily receptive. It's not your fault. They just don't see things that way. If you see a storm coming and they don't buy it, they'll believe you later when it happens, right? Because the storm's not going to not come. The storm's definitely going to come. So they'll understand in divine time, right? You just kind of have to ride it. Yeah. What is already with you is the card. You know where you're at. You know what you chose. You know what you're doing. You know where your heart is. You know where the love is. You know what the truth is. You know what the truth is. It's just a matter of time before somebody else does. And I would highly suggest not being caught up in their mental fog. Right, don't buy into it. You just keep doing whatever it is that you're doing in your highest good, figuring yourself out, and doing what is best for you so that something starts producing results. Because I feel like you're in your wish fulfillment, but it's not producing the results, and it's just because of a lot of mental fog. So what is already with you? I think you have everything you need already within your own divine toolbox. You know, you're evolved in a way that they haven't yet, you know, and I think that your awareness in and of itself says plenty. I feel like your ability to stand true in your own inner knowing is what's actually going to help you ride through this. And I was just drawn to the 17 on the card, which reminds me of the star card. So, you know, there's healing taking place. This is a soul wish that's being granted, especially if you look at the other side of the Magician. It's a shooting star. It's a soul wish. I feel like you know what you're doing. It's not your fault other people don't. And you're not necessarily going to be affected by it so long as you just simply stay authentic to yourself. Right? Don't do what everybody else wants you to do just because they want you to do it. You know, if you don't want to, you don't want to. If you do, you do. You don't have to convince anybody or make excuses. You know, you just don't resonate or you do. Period. So with that said, I hope that helps. Sag, all my info's in the description, and I am posting every day on the community tab of the channel with the cosmic currencies to give you the updates, you know, every day on a daily basis on what is going on in the cosmos and collectively what we're all feeling and going through. So I hope it helps. Until next time, guys, Divine Rebel Racey signing off. Remember always to love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, guys.